Hey guys, what's up? It's Brian and Jim from DrinkABeerandPlayAGame. Now, the weather's finally starting to warm up outside after one shit-tastic winter. And what's coming up? Baseball season. Well, technically it's already here, but still. We figured we'll do what we did with the NES football games. We're going to review every baseball game for the NES. I'm personally not a huge fan of baseball, but I'm willing to go through some torture for you guys. So anyway, let's get started with the NES classic, Baseball.
Now when we say launch title, we mean launch title when it comes to this game. It was originally released in 1983 for the Famicom. That's right, it was an original Japanese release. Not only that, it was also one of the original black box Nintendo games when it came to the US in 1985. It was developed by, well, who else? Nintendo. And really, it was the first baseball game on the system, and it showed a big leap from the games that came before it on consoles such as the ColecoVision and especially the Atari.
So graphically, we're not going to trash this game. Like Jim said, it's a launch title. The sprites are the field is what it is. It's baseball. So, accordingly, I gave it a 5. Jim, he was a little meaner. He gave it a 4.
Alright, the sound. Even though it's a launch title, it is still really lacking. I mean, you had games like, Mach Rider and Mario to compare it to. Really, besides the intro music, it doesn't sound like much more than an Atari game. Simple beeps for hits, for throws, and for just the ball being in play. Not a lot of options here, and we both gave it 4s. Not much to say.
Alright, so let's look at the control. Right off the bat, I want to say, I don't know how you make control bad for a game that's based on batting, catching, and pitching, but this game sure laid out the groundwork for it. It sported awful field work. The batting, that wasn't so bad. It was a little tough, but the running the bases was not intuitive at all, and it's just a pain in the ass. Me and Jim found ourselves so frustrated. And hey, I always like to put a montage in, so a shitty game deserves a shitty montage. This is just a montage of fucked up fielding work.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and crack. I don't care if I ever get back, 'cause it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a game. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Anyway, we both gave it 4s for control. It sucked.
As far as gameplay goes, it's baseball. Just really bare bones. The minimal control you have over the fielding, along with the really stiff controls. I mean, it does really, as you'll see in later videos, it really does lay the groundwork for the control in future games. You can control the bat by how long you hold the button. You can hit different directions for different pitches. But besides that, there's really not much going on here. Brian gave it a 3, and I gave it a 4.
The originality, well, let's face it, like all launch titles, it's going to get really high points, and it's the first baseball game for the NES. So naturally, let's get the score out of the way. We gave it 10s. Like Jim said, it really does lay groundwork for all future games. The way you bat, the way you pitch, everything just seems to follow suit after this game. So that's the only real area where this game's going to get a lot of points.
So just like the fighters, just like the football games, just about everything, really, a 5 is the bare minimum because your experience will be different every time playing this game. But it gives you 6 different teams, kind of. There's no difference between any of them. And there's not a lot to say. You're just going to have to play the game and see how it turns out. We gave it 5s.
Overall, we didn't really want to trash this game too much. Seeing how it's a launch title for the NES, it does what it's supposed to. It allows you to play baseball in a video game. It's much better than any Atari game or a lot of other baseball style games in the past. So, it has that going for it. But realistically, with the very rough controls, the bare minimum sounds, we really couldn't find any reason to give it above a 4. It really is just slightly below average. If you're really feeling nostalgic and you want to try the first NES baseball game, play it, but we wouldn't suggest buying it. While playing this game, we enjoyed some Murphy's Irish Red Ale. And remember to drink your beers and play your games responsibly. If you enjoyed our video, why not hit the like button and subscribe so you can be updated every week when we put on a new video. Thanks for watching, and join us next week.